Oh wow, that's crazy, right? That's so crazy.
Yeah, welcome to Mr. Snacks' house. Anything goes here. We're going to be covering a lot of subjects. But it gets kind of crazy in here, so with the serious side and there's the humorous side, so bear with us.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What you doing?
Hello, good morning. Good morning. This is Mr. Snacks, that's what they call me. I just finished some breakfast. I had two bumper eggs actually, with some cereal, Frosted Flakes, my favorite, with the nipple juice, of course. Bumper eggs. They're just 2 eggs with the bump in the middle. I just call them bumper eggs. And the cereal with the nipple juice, and nipple juice is milk. So in my new apartment, and I don't understand that term. Apartments are stuck together, right? This place is stuck together as there's someone living next door to me. So why do we call them apartments?
Oh wow, that's crazy, right? That's so
That's
crazy.
another subject. But anyway, welcome to my first podcast, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of different subjects. Oh, excuse me, Audrey. The roses, they look like they need some water.
The red roses were fresh yesterday.
Oh, okay.
The red
Thank
roses
you.
were fresh yesterday.
Yes, sweetheart.
The red
We're
roses
gonna
were fresh
deal with
yesterday.
ups and downs of life. It seems that sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down in the middle. But energy is all there is. The mind is a form of energy. Life is energy. And this energy will appear as excitement or happiness. Then at times it will be depressing and sad. Then there is an outburst of anger or rage. Then there's calmness and being peaceful. This is life as it is, whether we like it or not. If you enjoy life and then you're happy, then as a wave, life, it's up. When it's down, then life becomes depressing and sad. There's no cause and effect. Now, this is a tough one here. That is the illusion that something or someone is causing you, if you are, to be angry or happy. You could be happy and say it's because you're in love. The being in love is an excuse. One can be in love and be sad, or excited or uncomfortable. You see, the mind will always look for a cause. That's the function. If sadness is there, the mind will go, okay, let's seek out what's causing that sadness. It's that or this. And this or that are just excuses. It's just a story. These waves of energy are happening where? In your mind. This energy is happening to you every moment. You have no control, no say-so. When this is understood, you will not blame others. You can't alter it. It must be played out. The trying to change it will stop when this understanding happens. Your attention will not be on your excuses. Your mind is as it is and can't be other than what it is. And then you understand that you cannot change anything or be anything other than who you are in any moment of daily life. This is because, as I said before, life is as it is. Life is meant to be as it is because life manifests the moment in life. And you do not manifest the moment in life. And the wise understand that every moment is what it is, not what you hope or what you think it should be. And the enlightened lives life as it is. Gonna take a pause for the cause. Be right back with part 2. Here we go with part 2. Let's get a little spooky here. I wanted to address something I covered just briefly in the first episode. Cause and effect. I said it was illusory. When you just ponder, when you just look at it, investigate, cause and effect, they're the same. They can't be separated. A cause is an effect, and an effect is a cause. Right? But the mind divides and the mind separates what is one. So it's pretty obvious that an effect is a result of a cause, and likewise a cause is a result of an effect. They're the same. And life is a movement, a singular movement of energy. And this energy is indivisible. And as the sages have shared that the world is Maya, the world is an illusion. Illusion doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It does exist, but not how we think it does, not in the manner the mind thinks it does. All right, time is a-flying. Let's move on to part 2 of this podcast, number 1. And there's no predetermined course for life, really. It is as it is. And as I said before, sure, whether we like it or not, for the most part, in the mind, I don't like it. And there are times when I like it, when it goes my way, when things happen according to my expectations or my likes. But life, it flows as it flows. And man lives in that flow, which is spontaneous, unpredictable, and unknowable. And let me add, uncontrollable. Even control is an illusion. So once the wants and the expectations drop, then the suffering will lessen and you'll just travel a lot lighter in life. And life is a mystery. It's an adventure. And you take it as it comes. Life as energy is constantly changing and transforming on its own. And so patience arises. You're just patient because the mind is duality. It will swing like a pendulum from happiness to sadness, back to happiness. You'll find that things will go your way, and sometimes things won't go your way. And when they don't go your way, they'll swing back to going your way. Let's dig a little deeper here. Let's look at happiness. This man wants to be happy. We all want to be happy. Ask someone what they want most in life, and they will say, I want to be happy, which means at that moment, they haven't arrived, right? They want happiness. We assume that there's such a thing as happiness. Well, we've been conditioned from about age 3 onward that to be happy is to do this or that. You were raised to make others happy by doing this or that. We all were. Success in school, clean your room, be organized. That will make your parents happy and proud of you. You will feel happy if you get good grades or excel in an activity such as sports or music, art, whatever. You will feel fulfilled, if you get what? A girlfriend. For the lady, you get a boyfriend. That will make you happy. If you go to college and get a degree, that will make you and your family proud of you and happy. You get married or having someone to love you, you will be happy. You get a good job, that will make you happy, on and on. But if you investigate, let's look at this, you will notice you never arrive. You are here, and if you get there, then you will be happy, because there is better than here. Not realizing that once you get there, the there becomes here, and a new there is created, and the pursuit continues. Right? An example, I was reading about the pro basketball player, Kevin Durant. He left the championship team, the Warriors, if you're into basketball, because he was not happy there. Something was missing. So he elected to join another team, which the Nets. Now, he's very rich, very successful, has a beautiful girlfriend, of course, right? And several, multi-million-dollar homes. And he was not happy there in Golden State even after winning 2 championships, and he's chasing happiness. Oh yeah, and LeBron James, great basketball player. How about him? What does he want now? Another championship, maybe 2. He wants to be known as the greatest basketball player ever. And then he wants to own an NBA team. And nothing is wrong with the wants. But if you don't get what you want, then you're unhappy, right? So all this happiness is based, or the source of happiness, based on conditions. The right job, the right husband, the right wife, lover, situations, all related with time. But life is timeless. Therefore, the search for happiness is an illusion. All right, little coffee here, break. Okay, so life is always as it is. Life as it is never a problem. It's not a problem. What is the problem? The problems are the thoughts about life, our interpretations about life, what we think about life, what our beliefs about life, our opinions. And then what happens? The problems appear. The thoughts that assert that life is one way or the other is an opportunity for us to realize that life has nothing to do with what we think about it. Right? So really, to believe and expect life to be other than what it is futile and impossible. When life, according to what we believe should be and expect it to be, present, are not present, the moment in life is difficult. And we become what? Disappointed, frustrated, and miserable. When understanding happens to us that the content within any moment in life is what it is and cannot be another content as believed and expected, we will accept life as it is without all the emotions that we give energy and attention to. Our wanting it to be different will simply fall away, but not without a fight, because the ego wants what it wants. The ego is just a phantom. The ego is a mental fabrication, a creation, a thought of the mind. It's not real, but illusory. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It does, but not how we think it does. And you notice the ego disappears in deep sleep, doesn't it? So just look deeply into why life seems so difficult, why the ups and downs, why the unhappiness. As I mentioned before, trusting in life, trusting in life's intelligence, not in the mind. Understanding is the key. And this life, you can insert, that's a label. Could be God, the source. Some people say the universe, consciousness. The words are just a pointer. The word is never what it actually is. The menu is not the food, right? The label, fire, the thought can never burn you or warm you. So the words are just a pointer to what is. As this understanding grows, then what happens? The loosening and falling away, the dropping away of the bondage of the conditioned mind, we begin to experience a new freedom from the old beliefs, the old ideas and concepts. You see? So the mind thinks either positively or negatively about what is happening. When something happens that you don't like, you hope it will change. It will, as I mentioned about the pendulum in the mind, the duality, the back and forth between the opposites. So man is always trapped in the future or the past and never lives in the here and now. Life simply moves in the here and now and reveals, exposes the positive as well as the negative interpretations of the movement of energy as illusory. That life here and now is neither right or wrong. It has no alternative because it cannot be any different than what it is. So the thought of the movement happens in the moment after the movement in the moment has happened. What does this mean? It means that thoughts are later and not together with the movement in the moment. Want to refer to the sages. Just a label. I mean, talking about Huang Po, China centuries ago. Ramana Maharshi, Vijay Shankar, Nisargadatta Maharaj, present day sailor Bob Adamson, and so many others. Wu Sen from China. All declare that what is meant to happen will happen. Shankaracharya, that man is not the doer, life is living you. And it's very, very difficult. Wow, it's been so difficult for me because there's a natural tendency to want life to be according to what I think it should be, or others should act according to how I think they should act. And I struggled with that and still do. So this understanding hasn't totally cemented in me. But what arises is that I recognize, wow, I'm unaccepting. I want it to change. And it will change, but according to life's intelligence, not mine. I use this quote a lot. It just resonated with me. He said that there's one actor playing all the parts. You know? And anyway, we've got to go. This is the end of the first podcast. We'll continue down the rabbit hole. See you later. And the music is my own from my album Light and Sound. Enjoy. Thank you for joining me.
That's it.